Get the fuck in. 3 fucking points. Everton match review. Welcome back to another video on the channel, Newcastle fans. A very happy video on the channel. A very fucking happy video on the channel. I've just got back from the game tonight. Just had a couple of beers in the Strawberry afterwards. And what a fucking result that was. I'm not even going to apologise for me swearing tonight. Get in the fucking mags. Wow. Don't even know where to begin with that one. Do not even know where to begin on this match review. Where to start. Every single player on that field tonight was fantastic. And I don't think I've said that for I couldn't even tell you how long since I've said that every single player was brilliant. I can't fault anyone. I really can't. I can nitpick if I want to. The finer details of the game here and there. But nah, that was brilliant. I went into this game a little bit nervous with Frank Lampard coming in and getting a good win in the FA Cup at the weekend. I didn't know whether, obviously, Bruno would come straight in from the start. We were all kind of hoping to see a bit of him, but I saw the starting lineup, Lascelles was in, and I was like, oh, God, Burn hasn't been fit enough to start. Bruno's not playing, he's gone with Willock again. And I was nervous even looking at the teams. But we were just up for it tonight. I don't know whether the players are starting to gel a bit more, whether that trip to Dubai, Saudi Arabia sorted them out. Whether the confidence from the players coming in's helped all of the lads a little bit. But when you're looking for a performance in a relegations battle, you're looking you will never get a better one than that one tonight. We could have won 6-1 tonight. Scored 3. Joelinton missed a couple. Maximin missed a couple. Murphy missed the one when he hit the post. It could have been 7. 7-1 would not have flattered us tonight. I can't remember too many chances Everton had at all apart from a lucky own goal from Lascelles. So, wow. I think if you were watching that and you didn't know anything about football, you'd been in a coma, you'd think Newcastle were probably pushing top 10, top 8, because that's how good we were against some decent players in that Everton side. Like I say, with a new manager and some new players that they boosted in January. And I just think we were fantastic. Some good goals, a fantastic free kick. I mean, I'll touch on individual performances in a second. How the hell did we sign Kieran Trippier? I'll talk about him now. How did we sign that man? I've got a soft spot for a good fullback, a good defender, and he might be one of the best defenders we've had at the club if he keeps playing how he is at the moment since Jonathan Woodgate. And I've always said Jonathan Woodgate's the best defender I've seen in a black and white shirt, but Trippier is solid defensively, he's pacey, he makes the right decisions, he's got a good pass on him, he's really slipped some good balls to Fraser tonight. And he's also got a fantastic set piece on him. That free kick tonight past T-Rex Little Arms was brilliant. And Trippier, for the money we paid for him, could be one of the best bits of business for the next 2 or 3 years for any club in the Premier League. If he keeps putting on a show like he did tonight, and against Leeds, I thought he was great as well. Long may that continue. So, wow. I mean, captain, give him the captain's armband now for me, because that's how good Trippier is looking for us. And he's constantly organising the rest of the defence and the rest of the team. And that free kick, I'll be grabbing the Tingly Lube tonight. I think tucking up with some tissues to watch that one over and over tonight before bed. Joe Willock, honourable mention for him tonight. I'm not going to go through every single player, but Joe Willock, I've criticised him. Everybody's criticised him. He hasn't been there mentally, I don't think, for us. He hasn't been up for it when he's come into the team. And he was fantastic tonight. I thought he has a job under Howe, very different to Steve Bruce, who wanted him to get in the box and score goals. I think he's important to us for carrying the ball forward and playing it on. I think Shelvey sits, Willock's ball is to get the ball up the field, slip in Fraser, slip in Maximin, slip in Wood, and take it from there. And he did that brilliantly tonight. I thought he did carry the ball really well and cause Everton problems. But what I also liked is how hard he worked. And that's what we haven't seen from Willock for a very long time. That graft chasing balls down that maybe weren't to feet. Really not giving up on things, and that set the tone. If Joe Willock can put in a shift like that after how he's been playing for the last couple of months, that set the tone for the whole match. Honourable mention at Lascelles as well. I wasn't happy to see him on the starting lineup. I wanted Burn in, and I think Burn probably will still start over him, unless Howe wants to keep him in because he's captain, I don't know. But he was good tonight. The own goal, let's forget about that. That was unfortunate. It bobbled off him. He was instrumental in our equaliser. He was solid at the back. And him and Shah tonight didn't put a foot wrong for me. didn't put a foot wrong. Yes, Everton weren't at the races, you can argue, attacking-wise, but hey, you can only play against what's in front of you, and they were playing against some good players in Richarlison, etc., etc. So, yeah, he's an honourable mention. Matt Targett, the new kid, let's touch on him. How refreshing is it to see a left-back playing left-back, as daft as that sounds? Matt Ritchie's poor defensively. He's been shite for ages. Paul Dummett, as much as I like him defensively, because I think he's solid, he's not a very mobile, natural left-back. He doesn't like to bomb back and forth constantly. Matt Targett tonight didn't put a foot wrong. I keep using that word because that's how good tonight's game was. He made some good slide tackles. He kept their wingers quiet. He was pretty solid, always looking for that ball forward. And I just think it was nice to see a left-back playing left-back. And long may that continue. I thought, to say that it was his first game where there might have been some nerves, he didn't put much of a foot wrong. Joe Linton did what Joe Linton does. Maximin was much better tonight. Someone else I've criticised quite a lot in his decision-making and how soft he can be in his tracking, work rate. I just thought he was better. And we saw what we all know Maximin can do tonight. He can make defenders' lives fucking horrendous. And that's what he did. What I would say for Maximin tonight as well, what I liked, and Chris Wood will probably like it, is he was willing to put more balls into the box. There was one he put across the 6-yard box that Wood should have been on, and he was nowhere near it. He was just looking for him. He was pinging a couple more in. Not always, because we know he's going to try and take that last man on, but the ball he sat up for Ryan Fraser's goal was brilliant. Really hung it in the air, caused them problems when it sits a little bit in the air before it drops. And that lets me on to Ryan Fraser. Everyone criticising him, saying his final product's not there. That's going to come. And he's worked non-stop his socks off since Howe's come in. I've been impressed with him work rate-wise. He never stops running. And you cannot tell me Miguel Almiron would have been there for that finish tonight. If that was Miguel Almiron, he would have fluffed it. He would have missed his kick. He wouldn't have even been in the 6-yard box. And I think Howe is starting to see that Miguel Almiron is not part of his plans because he's got no attacking quality. And I've said that for a long time now, so I'm glad Eddie Howe has also noticed that. I thought he was good. Chris Wood, quite quiet. I'm worried we're not playing with his strengths a little bit. This is the only negative for me of tonight. He's winning balls in the air and there's no one to flick onto. Maximin's never going to win any flick-ons. Fraser's not. And he is looking a little bit static. I think we didn't expect him to be pacey. He's not Callum Wilson. But those crosses that are coming in, the one in the first half where he didn't quite go for it. The second, I think it was the second half actually, when Maximin crossed it across the 6-yard, and I'm like, I don't know, he's looking a little frozen. He's not, I don't know, he needs to loosen up a little bit and just, it's a funny one. And I think he will get goals if he knows where the goal is. And if he gets us a few, 25 million with the money our owners have, it's not too bad. I think Burnley might think they've done good business, but we did make them weaker in the process. So that was maybe the only sticking point I would have maybe like to see him get on the score sheet, just offer us a little bit more, give us a little bit like, oh, he looks canny, he looks a decent player. But wow, what a win. What a start to a huge week with Aston Villa on Sunday. If we can get 4 points this week, that'll be brilliant. If we can get 6, that tingly lube will be coming out again and I'll be getting the tissue roll back out and putting the mood lighting and the candles on. Because 6 points this week would be 3 wins in a row. When was the last time you could say that? When you're in a relegation battle, to win 3 games in a row in February is huge. Because Burnley aren't going to do that and Watford aren't going to do that. So let's see where we go from here. Would you make many changes? Bruno got a run out tonight. I mean, he did a lovely little back heel. We were all a bit like, ooh, in the corner when he was holding the ball. Him and Joe Linton were taking the piss out of the Everton fans, the Everton players at that point. Do you bring him in? Well, we've just won 3-1 and we should have won 7, so why would you change things too much? So if Eddie Howe keeps things the same on Sunday, I'm not going to criticise. We've just won 3-1 against a team with a new manager. Made them look like the relegation team. But this is big. And I watched the team tonight that made me genuinely believe we are going to get out of this shite. We were solid defensively. We created a hell of a lot of chances. And we've still got the likes of Bruno and Burn to come into the team and Callum Wilson to come back from injury. Hopefully sooner rather than later. So I am optimistic now, I really am. And I'm over the moon. You've got to enjoy these nights. When I left that stadium tonight, it felt like we'd won the FA Cup final. And all I can think to myself, imagine if we were fucking good. But I tell you what, if we stay up this season, there is a very high chance in 2 to 3 years we will be good. And long may these results continue so we can stay in this division. Enjoy the rest of your night, Newcastle fans. If you're new to the channel, drop us a like, drop us a subscribe. Get us on Facebook and Instagram and let us know your comments in the comments section tonight on the result, who your standout performers were, and how you see the season going after that performance. Enjoy your night. If you're out on the piss, have one for me, and I'll hopefully touch down for a match preview. Away the lads.